from the Workplace Ninja Summit in Luzerne. Highlights, insights, and simply interesting talks. This is the Workplace Ninja Podcast.
So good morning, day 4 of the Workplace Ninja Summit 2024 in Luzerne. And Mirko is making fun outside the window, so that's why we're laughing here. We're starting early again on day 4. It's almost 20 after 8. But it's day 4, and we're still continuing our journey here. Last day, so last few recordings, I think we will do 6 of them. My name is Frans Oudendorp, and I'm alone, no co-host this morning, so I think everyone is sleeping on day 4. But I have guests, community members, Florian Salzmann and Jannik Reinhard. Welcome.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
Thank you. Let's dive in a bit. You're both. Is it how many years are you joining already the Workplace Ninja Summit, Jannik?
For me, it's the first year where I'm here in Switzerland. Yes, last year I was on the pre-day only, but not on the event. But it's very amazing here. I have a great time and I enjoy it.
Yeah. How is it for you, Florian? First time?
First time as a speaker. The last 2 years I enjoyed it as an NTND. So
yeah.
It was a great perspective as well. And now I can switch the position.
Yeah. And what is the thing that excites you the most on this kind of event?
The most thing always in those kind of events is the community. You see the people that you read blogs from, that you interact online all over the year or see at other events as well. So for me, that's always the best thing, to see those people in person, to talk to them, to talk after the session with speakers, to exchange ideas or challenges, to see where other companies or people stand and what they have done to solve their problems or their challenges.
Yeah, and how's that for you, Jannik?
In the end, for me, it's similar. I very like the time between the sessions, for sure, when we are here in the lobby and have nice talks, but also in the evening to spend some time with my friends here. It's very nice, but I also like the deep dive sessions to get also a few behind the scenes.
Yeah, and also there are a lot of Microsoft folks on the ground as well. We have an AMA, and you're both always asking questions to that kind of people. Is there also a benefit to be closer to the Microsoft people, asking them questions, not only in sessions but also on the sponsor booth as well?
Yeah, for sure, especially between the sessions, because sometimes the barrier to ask them questions in front of everyone or to show them some cases you have is a bit harder. But when you can catch them between the sponsor booths, then that's perfect.
Yeah, or during the after nights.
Or when the real conference starts after 7, yeah.
That's it. You're both doing a session on this event, becoming a black belt in Intune Management Extension. How do I become a black belt?
Yeah, our goal in this session is not to only talk about the Intune Management Extension, also to show a bit how this works behind the scenes, because it's an essential part in the whole device management with Intune, and it's also important that you understand a bit the basics, how things works, and this is our goal, to bring this concepts and this knowledge into the audience.
Yeah. Why is it crucial? The Intune Management Extension. Why is it crucial to modern device management?
Yeah, in the end, it's kind of the heart on your PC, which does most of things. It deploys your application, your remediation scripts, and so on. Of course, now we have MMPC, which does some stuff as well, but in the end, most actions are executed from there. So it's really crucial to know what it does, because when everything works, then you don't have to bother about it, of course. But as we know, not always everything works, and then you have to know where to look and what maybe has changed in the last weeks, where the correct logs are, where some registries are to do some reruns and so on.
Yeah, and luckily they have improved the locker mechanism, so we have more inside information on what happens. I think that was released last week or a few weeks ago.
Yeah, like 2 weeks ago, I think the app workload was uploaded from the whole big log. So
does that make our lives easier?
It makes it easier to identify app workloads for sure. The whole time you have one log, and it was very crowded what is in, and now you have it separate. This means it's a bit easier to read this log also. I like this improvement.
And what are the most common challenges IT admins have using Intune Management Extension?
I will not name it challenge. I think if you move in the cloud, you also shift workloads. What you had in the past, where you are responsible for, is shifted to Microsoft. This means you have more or less a black box.
Yeah.
And Microsoft do the whole maintenance and all this stuff. This means you as admin are not so deep in the responsibility to debug stuff as you was it in the past in the whole on-premise world. But this is also the challenge. You have not the tools and not the possibilities to fix stuff. You are always depending on Microsoft, to fix your issues.
Yeah, sometimes you have to let go of the full control and change your mindset, of course, as well. Because what I hear a lot from customers is, I was used to run it from that chair, and now my device is not in that network anymore. How can I do that? Or I want to use my UNC path in my script and so on. So that mindset needs to change. But we see that more often, that it goes quicker and quicker, especially with Cloud Corpus Trust and so on. We have much more possibilities to have a lot in the similar cases, but still use the benefits from the cloud here.
Yeah, when I listen to or view this video, listen to this recording, any recommendations to sysadmins using Intune Management Extension?
In the end, in the ideal case, it's a transparent service. You not really use it. In the end, it's there. It makes its job, and it don't make some noises. In the ideal case, but this is not the reality. And this is also our goal to show the audience a bit how things works, to know also what are points where you should take attention when you deploy an app, when you deploy a script and stuff like this. That this understanding is there.
I had a recording this week. I don't know with whom, but we talked about the Intune Management Extension a bit as well. But it was more like the new feature, the logs are coming in and so on. He was telling me, and I think I agree with that. Maybe you can share a bit your opinion on that. Using Intune Management Extension for application scripts, whatever, you have the opportunity to do a lot more than using native MSI, MSIX, and that kind of stuff within Intune to deliver a bit more optimally to an end user. What's your opinion on that?
So you mean especially on the application deployment side?
Yeah.
So
if you
like using a PowerShell app deployment toolkit.
For example, I can use dependencies on applications with the Intune Management Extension, and I can do that with MSI, for example.
Yeah.
So is it better to use only the Intune Management Extension with the Win32 apps or that kind of thing? It's a hard question.
It's a hard question, and in the end, I would say it depends.
Always. You're a consultant, isn't it?
Yeah. We have to say that, right? Otherwise, we get into deep water. There's a lot of stuff you can do natively with Intune and the management extension, and then there are, of course, some borders that you need to overcome. Like PSADT can help you a lot. One thing from my point of view, especially, is like user notifications. You don't have a lot of those, or especially no availability to customize them.
Yeah.
So if you want to do that, then I would definitely go with a third party or a community solution to help you to solve that problem, that the user gets prompted properly, that the user does not get interrupted mid-workday and so on.
Yeah.
But in the end, Intune is in general a platform. This means it's a very big toolbox, what you can also extend with Azure services. This means everyone has to find this best way how to do things, and often you have multiple ways. And I think it's important to figure out what fits best for you and your company to do stuff also with this platform.
Yeah, and if we're looking forward a bit broader, because Intune is a platform, what you're saying, as a platform to manage Windows, macOS, mobile, Android, iOS, and Linux is coming in.
Sometimes.
Yeah. Linux is coming in, and there are other platforms that probably will support it in the future as well. What is your view on the future with Intune as a management platform? Will we getting a management in a box, for example? What's the future of endpoint management?
Yeah, I think here will be a lot of changes. In the end, it's a commodity business, but with a lot of innovations.
Yeah.
What we have to do today is we have to create our objects by our own. We have to define everything. And I think if we look in the future, also the worlds come more together. We have more security, more data, more AI. This will be grown up and will build a very big platform with multiple scopes, and also AI and the whole data which is collected will help you to make more data-driven decisions. Also, for example, hey, you deployed yesterday an app, but this app crashed on 20 devices. Please take attention to this. Or, hey, this change has this effect on these devices. Or you miss a security critical policy, for example. I think this will be changed, that not you have to define everything, that also these AI capabilities will help you to guide you what you can do, and also that you have a holistic view on your environment, on security, but also on end-user experience.
How's that for you, Florian?
Yeah.
More or less the same, probably?
Yeah, more or less the same. And like the foundation of that Jannik mentioned is really that what we heard this week as well, especially yesterday from the device query and device inventory session, where we saw that whole stack gets rebuilt. We have better inventory, more data, and especially data with data points. We know when was that data collected, is it current or not. That's probably the most challenging thing at the moment for us, and also to use AI probably for analytics. So with that foundation, we have it a lot better, and of course with the better support of other OS systems, that makes a lot of things smoother. I saw this year really push with macOS devices, so those come in with platform single sign-on. Of course, it gets much more closer, and also gets closer to the identity side, so we can use a proper single sign-on experience and a proper Entra joint device for the Mac as well. It's not just for Windows, so we get more independent from the platform that we really use.
Yeah, what we see from a security point of view within the unified XDR, everything is coming together. Defender for Office, Defender for Endpoint, Defender for Identity, Entra in general. Everything is coming together. Do we see the same similarity on endpoint management, for example?
It's always the question, what is endpoint management and what is security? It's very small borders what you have here, and my opinion is that these both personas, this both world will smell together in the future, or will work closer for sure. And someone who makes endpoint management should also have a good understanding of security, and the other way around. But what is often in this world also forgotten is the end-user experience, because this is the most important thing also to have a good security, because if the security has a bad experience or is too hard for the end user, then they find ways around. And also this is something what should be considered in this whole world.
It goes hand in hand, in my opinion.
Yeah, we need to find a good balance. Security would love to give us a brick, and then we can't break anything except for a glass. But we need to still be able to work. So that's really to find the right balance. And
in that kind of view, Intune was directed into the security division within Microsoft, and there is a reason for. I think you're totally right on that. But when looking at the unified XDR, it's only security. It gives at the moment device information, but that's coming from Defender for Endpoint and not directly from Intune. So probably Intune will move that way also. But let's see what happens there.
Yeah, great would be that we have like one point to go into all those different portals, like one stop shop, and also to be able to remediate actions directly from Intune cause of data that we have from the Defender side. Yeah,
we have Jannik, you already mentioned somewhat AI. Everyone is talking AI nowadays. We have Copilot for security, where Intune is also a bit in. When looking at the future of modern management, everyone is talking about AI. What about modern management? Do we need it?
Yes, we need it.
It's everywhere, so we cannot get around it.
You mentioned this hype around AI, and I'm a very big fan of AI, but it's also a hype. And what we have to figure out is where it brings really advantages and where it's only, hey, we're using AI. It's a nice feature, but nothing behind. And this is something what is also kind of trendy, where also the feedback is important, the use cases, what you have behind. This means AI will become more and more essential, but there is also classical technologies which are still valid and which are still very important, and not everything is AI, and not AI is the solution to solve all the problems.
Yeah, currently AI is more in the foreground, so that we see it. It would be great that we have AI just in the background and it does stuff for us and prompts us when we need it, but not that we have to go in and do the stuff like we do it now just by writing.
I love this conversation because the conversations that were on the booth and in the AMA were also like this one, because there is a high interest in AI and how it can benefit, but we're still on the first days, in my opinion, and it needs to be a bit of improvement. And I think I was talking to John Craddock and Andy Malone. The future is bright. That was about identity, but I think in general regarding modern management, endpoint management, the future is bright, and there's a lot of things to come. And maybe it's more. Jannik, what you say, more a box, a service that it's delivered, and then we need to continue probably some other things regarding security to make it a bit more optimized for our end users. But I think a lot of things happen in that area.
And also what is here very essential is the whole change management. I think you can put AI everywhere, but you also have to change the way how you work to use also these technologies. And this is also a very big topic to enable the admins to do this. But I like it because all these lazy tasks you can shift to an AI, and the AI can do this, and everything where you as consultant or more technical guy needs to make solution designs, strategies. This is something where you can focus on, and all the ongoing things can be done by AI.
Yeah, work will change. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, definitely. For sure.
And so I need to reconsider what I'm doing as a sysadmin, only uploading applications and that kind of thing. So that's what we did in the past with Config Manager, and probably with Intune at the moment as well. I won't do that in the next future. So is that what we're saying?
Yeah, probably not in the next 1 to 2 years, but
Agreed.
When we look further the road, definitely we want to do it the same way. We always see that I would say like every 10 years something drastically is changed. Of course, that's like a bigger one, but yeah, for me, it's very interesting to be in that time. It's great to see how the journey goes, what changes, and to be a part of it.
Yeah, work will change. Work will not disappear.
No, never. Never.
But what is here important to say is the world is also changing. This means we see more and more cyber attacks, more and more threats, and I think no one is able to have everything under control. This means this is something where AI really has strengths to give you, hey, this app has to be patched because here's a vulnerability in, or I think when you look in Intune, you have thousands of reports and dashboards and all this stuff, and no one is able to monitor everything. And these are the strengths to push important things back to you as admin and say, hey, this is something what needs your attention. I think that's the high value use cases.
I want to bring one other thing on the table that's coming into mind. Looking at the incident that we have with, was it CrowdStrike, regarding updates, and then it can be updates on endpoints, it can be updates of security tools that we are using, whatever. I think everyone can run into such an issue. Update management is one of the key things regarding this, because we can enable updating instantly, and then probably we have an issue. So there will be work for sysadmins to test stuff and know what's happening in your environment. What is your opinion on that?
Yeah, it's always good to update as fast as possible, of course, but testing is crucial as well. And even if we have AI and everything, and even we did the best testing, probably we'll have at some point in time again something like CrowdStrike.
Yep.
There's no way around it. You can't test everything out, and something in the system will change. But yeah, nevertheless, it's really important to be up to date as fast as possible.
Yep.
Sometimes stuff breaks, but if you don't patch it, it can get worse than just a controlled breakdown.
It's a hard balance.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was a very good example that the biggest threat could also be the sysadmin when you don't test his stuff. And as Florian said, testing is key, quality is key, but there you also have to find the balance. Security, or you took the risk really that you have some untested cases, but also here I think AI could help to define, for example, update rings that you have in your first ring. A good mix of, or a good balance of your devices, test if everything is successful. If you see anomalies on these devices, then maybe decide to continue with the next ring or stop this rollout and stuff like this, because this is something also what a human cannot have under control. But with a lot of data and AI, maybe you can identify stuff earlier than you can do this today.
Yeah. And also, I think the CrowdStrike case waked up a lot of software vendors, so that currently in some software scenarios you don't have the ability to have rings, and they start to doing that for security softwares as well, because if your security software blocks everything, you're capped out.
Yeah, I know. I talked to some guys from the MDE team, Defend of Endpoint team, and they have rings already. Yeah. But they are improving and making that message more clear to
the visibility gets better. Yeah,
and I think that's a good one. So if we are learn from that kind of issues, never mind who is it happen, because I think everyone can make. Not a mistake, but an issue like this can happen to everyone. Yeah. If we are learning from that, then it's good. Yeah. Then we can move forward.
That's the important part.
Yeah. Thank you for joining. I saw some new banner already placed this morning. So the next dates are on September 22 to 25 in 2025 for the next Workplace Ninja Summit. Hopefully you'll be back. We will have a new conversation on that. I will invite you again.
Let's hope so, yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
Thanks for the recording. If you like this video, thumbs up, like and subscribe to see when the new videos are coming in. Thank you.
Thank you.